And they all worked for scale, which is the lowest possible payment, and donated their salaries to the Motion Picture Home for actors down on their lot. And this is one of the things that was remarkable about him, is that he had such a strong pull on actors. So many of them loved him. That was not true of studio executives who didn't love him at all. It was not true of screenwriters who didn't love him at all, for obvious reasons, because he liked improvisation. On the first day of Nashville, everybody came and he said, "Did you bring your scripts with you?" And they all said yes. And he said, "Throw them away. You've read the script, you know who you are, so you're just going to wing it from now on." And needless to say, for a screenwriter, that's the moment of horror, as your own words are thrown under the bus to make room for the actors to improvise. But that's part of what he liked. He liked the sort of wildness of a world where nothing was set in advance. Well, it is. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's all set in advance. He said just because it's improvised doesn't mean you improvise while the filming's going on. Once you start filming, everything is set. So they would improvise in rehearsal and then freeze it. Something of the same sort of thing that Mike Leigh does with his films, although the two of them never acknowledged one another, to my knowledge. And also, he is a great believer in satire. His first successful film, MASH, was a satire of war movies. His second one, McCabe and Mrs. Miller, was a satire on Westerns. He made a great film in the early 70s called The Long Goodbye, which was a satire on detective films. And as you'll see, this one is a satire as well. He didn't start making films until his 40s. He had, first of all, been in the Army during World War II. And then he came out and went back home to his native city of Kansas City, where he got a job making television commercials for a company and learned the craft there, and gradually made his way to New York, where he became a television director, was discovered actually by Alfred Hitchcock for the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, and then went on from there to direct